Hey friends, welcome to the rewatch. Let me stop. Okay, y'all, so All American season 2, episode 1, we need a resolution. It's New Year's, y'all. And I'm not finna go over this whole episode. I'm just finna point out things that I may not have noticed the first time. It's just the level of positivity that I have experienced watching this episode, because I now know that it was Lando's fault that Damon video got leaked to the news, because Lando was hating. Like, I don't think Damon really was going to leave Brixton. I think he toyed with it, but it won't till Amara put that deadline on him, and then that whole situation with Jesse, Uncle Marcus being in the hospital, and then it wasn't a hospital, it was treatment, outpatient treatment, and like it was just a whole lot going on. Okay, Lando was terrorizing people. Even he won't even on screen yet. Like, so he kind of forced Damon's hand because he leaked the video because he was trying to come to Brixton because Damon took his spot. It's just everything's coming out. Well, everything has already come out. So now I'm rewatching it and seeing things for the first time. I don't know how Damon had the patience to be by Thea's side, because Thea was terrible. Like, the amount of positivity again that I had to sit here and watch, I was just like, is nobody not gonna check her? Like, if she just going unchecked, like, please, somebody. And then when Simone caught up to her, she was like, look, listen, pump your brakes, sis. I'm trying to be nice. Thea was like, how you gonna try to tell me about tennis, and how you gonna try to tell me about my man? I'm like, girl, please, Amanda, please. But yeah, so another thing, like, this episode really captured, like, the end of Cam's career as a football player, and then him losing his scholarship and him trying to figure out how he was going to pay for it. Which now we know, like, looking forward, he ended up getting a scholarship from KK after he pledged. But it's just a simple fact that, like, we were here. This was the beginning, And Keisha daddy had a real nice house. Keisha never had some coin, okay? Like, Keisha, anyway. I mean, you just assume because people is in college, they just, you ain't got it because you a college student. But, like, Keisha came from wealth. It's just the fact that, like, coming from All American, Cam and Spencer never saw eye to eye. Cam really had to humble himself to, like, ask Spencer for help. Because otherwise, like, Cam was like, why are you even here? Like, when they was having family dinner, he was like, why are you even here? First of all, speaking of family dinner, Thea coming to family dinner, and Thea coming to family dinner. First of all, Thea was not really invited. Nobody wanted Thea there. Thea coming to family dinner, and then Damon trying to, like, smooth it over. Everybody looking at her like, I know she did just walk her and her shoulder up in here. Girl, like, what you doing here? And of course, in typical Bay fashion, you only do this to people that you got feelings for, Simone. She walked straight up to them and was like, so why you bring her here? Like, you can come. This my auntie house. She was not invited. He was like, come on, Simone. Like, he tried to talk it over. He tried to, like, ease Simone over. I'm just like, okay, Damon. Okay. So that's what we doing. You just gonna bring your current boo to your still boo house. Her auntie house. Because it's just weird watching, like, Simone was squirming. Like, it hurt her real bad to tell Damon, maybe you shouldn't talk to me about this. Maybe you should talk to Thea about this. And I was like, wow. She was trying to take the high road so bad. But girl was hurt, okay? She was like, it's so hard to watch my man with somebody else. Okay, and then it's just like the whole thing with like Jordan. Like, I might do a separate video on this because the audacity of Jordan. Like, Jordan, your whole having entanglements with Layla. Why are you at Brinkston trying to check Damon about being in a relationship with Thea when you and Simone ain't even together no more? And he respected y'all for the most part by like boundaries. Like he left Simone alone to basically like pursue a relationship with Thea. He was like, okay, well, the girl I want, I can't have her right now, so it's no need for me to stick around wait for her. Somebody else is feeling me, why not give her a chance? And so Thea was a chance. Even though, like I said a couple minutes ago, Damon was more than understanding with Thea. He was more than patient with Thea. Like, the way she was talking to that trainer, Thea was talking to that trainer real reckless. I'm like, girl, this is somebody who's supposed to be helping you out. You need to, like, chill out. You need to chill out, girl, because, no, ma'am. Like, you is wreaking havoc in therapy. Like, that man had a peer come in there. Damon had a peer come in there and basically be the middleman between Thea and the therapist because Thea was being a viper. Like, girl. JR telling his father, like, what you got between you and Damon is between you and Damon. I don't want to be involved. I'm Switzerland. Don't bring it over here. JR said, I'm protecting my peace. I'm protecting my peace. I'm protecting my peace. Like, no, absolutely not. And it's just simple fact that, like, Coach Marcus, the doctor was trying to push Coach Marcus to leave therapy or leave the outpatient program. And he was telling her he wasn't ready. But then, like, he watches the news and he realized, like, the severity of the moment with Damon leaving. Because he know Damon ain't just that type of player where he just go up and just leave. Something is happening. So when he came back to Amara Place at the end of the episode and was like, I cannot sit aside while my village is burning, I was like, you better put your cape on, Coach Uncle Marcus. Put your cape on. Don't let your village burn, because right now it is in flames. Get the extinguisher. It is in flames. Get the hose. It is in flames. And I understand, like, you know, Damon having that friction with Big JR. But it's just like, Big JR did not tread lightly. He was not. He was cracking the ice. He was not treading lightly at all. I'm like, okay, JR, Big JR, you was on real thin ice. At this point, you putting holes in the ice rink. Like, it's sharks and whales and seals and walruses. It's everything under this ice. And you are cracking the ice. Sir, please calm down. He was talking to Damon real reckless. I was just like, I know Damon, like, ain't got no respect for Marcus. Damon won't tread lightly either. It was just like watching two men on an ice rink playing hockey, brawling, but in their mind. But in their mind, like, no. Oh, Lord, the water splashed back in my eye. Anywho. feel like this episode didn't bring real closure to Simone and Jordan. Because it's like, okay, Simone broke up with Jordan. Jordan didn't take no time to heal. He just went and got up under another lady. In typical male fashion. Like, I'm like, you was whole married to her. You said vows, like, you was ready to, like, change your whole entire life for this girl. And now that y'all ain't together, you don't try to win her back. You don't try to talk it over with her. You don't try to rekindle nothing. You just go get under Layla. And then it's the fact, like, he walked up to Damon for real and was throwing hands after his hand had just healed up from breaking it, from punching Wade in the face. You hug up to Damon and basically try to check him and was like, so you think you think you could just go and date her friend? First of all, Jordan, Thea and Simone are not friends. They're frenemies. And matter of fact, frenemies is nice. They just teammates that were friendly. I don't even think they're associates. Like, Damon is the mutual party in all of this. And the teammates are mutual parties in all of this. Like, they not friends, never gonna be friends. Like, it just ain't gonna work. And then this is Simone trying it twice. And like, it's the test of Simone gangster for me. Because, no ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. Absolutely not. But back to Jordan and Simone. I just feel like, well, dang, I can't even say that because Liv and Spencer ain't even had no closure. They ain't even had no talk. They ain't had nothing. They ain't talked about nothing. How you just... Anyway. Simone and Jordan sit down and have this heart-to-heart about their opportunities. But they didn't he never told her how he felt like when she gave him that letter. He ain't say nothing. All she was just like, I just wish you the best. Even if that's with Layla. I'm like, girl, bye. Girl, bye. That is not realistic. That is not realistic, sis. At all. So then I'm like, okay, well, she had this conversation with Spencer. I was interested in Spencer telling her how he felt about Liv. Because, shoot, he ain't tell nobody else. Shoot, the audience don't even really know. Because he ain't said nothing else about Liv. We just see the eyes and stuff. But, you know, sometimes on screen it's good to just confirm things. We don't have to try to read between the lines all the time. You know, because then that would just, you know, cut back a whole lot of think pieces when we try to break down the psyche of the character. But anyway, I was just like, okay, well, he gave her, I mean, Spencer and Jordan basically had the same conversation with Simone, essentially. Except Jordan was basically like, you know, Jordan didn't even clear. Okay, so first of all, she cleared Jordan to be with Layla, but Jordan didn't even clear Simone of none of the accusations or none of that stuff. Like, even if she was gonna be with Damon, and it was just the fact that, like, Simone, throughout her having feelings for Damon, she was still very much hurt by her relationship with Jordan. And Simone, and you could tell, because she was like, I'm just to show you I'm a big person, I'm gonna invite them since they're in town. I'm like, girl, you don't have to prove nothing to anybody, ma'am. You don't have to prove. Girl, that's your ex-boyfriend. You and him do not have to be in the same room. You don't. You could have just very well invited Spencer and not invited Jordan, and that would have been that. Jordan just would have had to stay back. But yeah, like, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, and then Nate, Reed, and Keisha, I was just like, oh. I mean, I remember Nate, Reed, and Keisha the first time, but I'm just like, I know this ain't Nate, Reed, and Keisha about how she was talking to Cam, telling her she playing with fire. But then when Keisha was supportive of you and Nico, you was skipping around campus in secret. just seems a little hypocritical to me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But that seemed a little hypocritical to me. Then, it's for me, Thea coming to Damon and apologizing. Damon really tried to make that relationship work. I'm not even going to hold you. Like, that man put his elbow and his toe in that relationship. Like, he did everything to try to please Thea. And then when he was even going through real bad, like, he just had a lot on his mind right after he got out of that fight with Jordan. And he was talking to Simone. They was walking down the sidewalk. Simone was just like, yeah. She was like, well, what's the fight about when both people have moved on? She was waiting on Damon to say something right there, but Damon just kept going. And she was just like, well, you can talk to me. Or she was like, well, you can't really talk to me. This is probably something that you need to talk to Thea about. He was like, but Thea ain't talking to me. Or Thea's not even trying to listen to me. I was just like, see, Simone? See? But yeah, y'all. That's all the stuff that I just rewatched. That I noticed that I didn't pay attention to. But we're going to see, you know, things were unfolding and being revealed before we knew. You know what I'm saying? So I will be back for all 15 episodes during the rewatch, except for 3, because I just put out episode 3. So y'all stay tuned for the rewatch. I don't know how long it's going to take me to do all this, but stay tuned. Stay tuned. Deuces.